Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get started with one of my warm-up accounts. As you can see, I don't really need berserkers in this account. I've got 61s, so I like to shoot this one first, just so I can kind of get down the motions. So, looks like we have hole 4, and looks like we're going to be setting up for the backspin method, which is nice. Anytime we get a tailwind, looks like we need to pull back one ring. I'll probably flip around and push just to make sure I'm straight, but we'll see how long that takes if I get it. So let's watch the flag here. So it looks like we have a tailwind coming from right to left, which is going to be max back, 0.1 right. We're going to apply the max backspin only. Find the landing position with the top of the white by the end of the fringe. And blue cutting into the right rough. And then we're going to add our spin. And then we'll pull back or push the one extra ring. So there's our max back. Our white at the top, blue just cutting. And then we're going to add our 0.1 right. And then 5.2 is going to be 3.4. And then I'm going to flip it around and push one ring. We do hit perfect. So let's see how this rolls in there. Good speed. Just around the edge of the cup, but sticks yellow. So no need to reshoot this one. Maybe aiming a little more center pin on the next one. Or a little more heavier on that 0.1 right. Okay, so that'll be the last one on that account. Switch to another account real quick. Shoot our next one. Let's see how many berserkers I have on this account. I have 15. And as I've said before, I like to have 18. So if we get one of those inner rings, no need to purchase any. Alright, so it looks like we have a headwind coming from left to right. So there will be no push up. 4.1 back, 0.2 left. So we're going to apply our back first, then add our left spin. Go ahead and get at it. So there's our 4.1, our white at the fringe, our blue cutting, with us aiming about where the cup is. Now we're going to add our 0.2 left. And 5 is going to be 3.3. So there's 3.3. We do get a perfect. Good bounce. And we drop the hole in one. So we won't be purchasing anymore on this account. Hey Rock, thanks for the good luck. How did your golden shots go yesterday? some falcons. You know, we'll get a little better at that later. Thanks for the BAMs, Rock. Alright, so that'll be the last one. Don't need to run any more on that account. I have 24. Like I said, I like to keep 18. And Fjord is not a Berserker heavy. Cleared the board every time. Those are the nice golden shots to have. Really good opportunity to build up your Berserkers, especially if you're low. Alright, gonna hide my game screen real quick. And switch both of my accounts here. How's the new house doing, Rock? That's always, as long as you have the house. We're currently remodeling still ourselves, so my honeydew list is huge. The only nice thing about moving, though, is getting rid of all that stuff that you've had sitting around that you didn't really need. Alright, turn our game back on here. Turn my grids back on. Let's look and see how many Berserkers I have on this. 13. So if we can drop the hole in one, we'll be good. I forgot to look at the flag. Let me redo this. So if you ever forget, just back out, re-enter. So it looks like I have a headwind coming from the right to the left. So we're going to use 4.1 back, 0.2 right. So 4.1 back to start. White at the green. Blue cutting, aiming at the pin. Going to add our 0.2 right. And 5.2 is going to be 3.4. So there's 3.4. I let go of that. That's crazy. It definitely said perfect. Of course, if I emailed PD about it, they'll say it's a synchronization issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy one. Both white rings as anchors, left side just touching the bunker. I didn't even look at that. Yeah, the picture's cut off on the screen to see that. I use that as one of my guides. I think it was hole 4. front 9 opening round. That white just at the bunker was a good anchor point. Well, now I had the red ring missing. So it gave me credit for it, even though it said out of time. 16. I will still buy one. Interesting that it said timeout. I knew I released it. Then we come back into it, and it said we got it. So we got a direct headwind. So let's do what Rock said. And that's going to be 3.9 back. No side. And 5.2 is going to be 3.4. Okay. It doesn't want to let me take golden shots. Interesting. Let's see if it gave me credit for that one. It did. And apparently I got the cobalt. Or not cobalt, but the aqua. So let's see how many balls I have. I've got the 18 that I want, so I'm going to switch accounts. Let me check how many balls I have here. 13. So I'm going to need a hole in one, or I'll be buying a shot or two. It always helps if you can find something to set up faster. So that looks almost like complete cross from left to right. So max back, 0.5 left. And 5.7 is going to be 3.7. I think I had a little curl on that. Funny how close the ones we actually saw happen came in, but the two we didn't see happen were way off. So I have 18, but this is a fairly easy one. So I think I'm going to go ahead and buy one anyway. So we have a tailwind. Our max back. Our 2 anchor points. 0.1 right or left. No, that's right. 7.5 is going to be 4.8 or 4.9. And then I need to push. Of course, I could underpower, like they just said that rock did. And another hole in one. So we don't need to purchase another one on this count. I wish these showed up in your replays so I can see exactly what happened on the 2 that it said was aqua and red. Considering we haven't had one that far off on any of the others. Thanks for the booms, Chris. Alright, let's switch accounts again. Yeah, luckily I didn't use a lot of berserkers in the last tournament. So that definitely helps. Berating somebody. That doesn't surprise me. So it looks like we got Nordic Fjords for the next major. So I expect some really low scores. It hasn't really been that long since we've played it. I already put up the playlist on my channel from the last time I played it. And since I've only been posting for 9 months, you know, that shows how recently we've played it. Oh, switch to the wrong account. Does anyone else have trouble with these pop-ups not disappearing? Like it just stays there, blocking my screen. So it looks like we have a tailwind from right to left again. Another high wind. 7.4 is going to be 4.8. Ooh, got a speed roll on that one. I came flying through there. Maybe that's what happened on the ones we missed. $16, so I better buy one. Same wind, same speed. Max back. Now our 0.1 right. Our 4.8. Our pushback. And our perfect. This time we come in a little better speed. Take another amber chest. Prism fodder. Hey Vivek, how are you doing today? Glad to hear you're doing fine. Work slowing down for you now that the new year is over? I know payroll never slows, but you know, not having to crunch it early or crunch it around holidays. You mean today as far as this stream or in general? Because I will play some Ultimate Golf a little later. Well, that's good that it's a bit easier. I'll probably do some T11. I've been trying to work on shootouts and making notes on the shootouts. Depends on whether or not I decide to get through a little bit more golden shots. Shouldn't take me too long to get through them all. But the main goal of this stream was just to do some golden shots, say hi to everybody. If I can get my accounts to load up. It's running a little slow. When you have so many, sometimes I struggle to keep them all in line of which ones I've done and which ones I haven't done. So let's see what I need on this one. I only have 12. This account needs it a little bit more than others. Of course, my next account needs them the most. So it looks like we have a headwind coming in from the northeast. So 4.1 back, 0.2 right. Put our 0.2 right on there. 5.9 is going to be 3.9. At least we're hitting perfect. Just trickled into the red. Hey David, thanks for the good luck. Yeah, I have 5. It's quite a few today. They have that fixed clubbed tournament, which will be interesting. So let's go ahead and buy them all on this one. See if we can close it out. So we got a cross, which is going to be max back and 0.5 right. $7.7 is going to be 5.1. I said right and did left, didn't I? Did I do the left, but say right? Or did I do right? It's counter. So if it's going to the right, you want to set up to the left. $5.3 is going to be 3.5. This is a slight headwind. I should reduce some of the back. I'm going to go ahead and make that a little less back, because it's not a pure cross. Just cross that line. Okay, so I did right. Alright, so we got the 2 left. So 4.1 back, 0.2 left. Let's see. 7.1, 4.6, 4.65. Oh, I do it all the time. Get those back to back. Just get them switched. There we go. We got the hole-in-one. Thanks for the BAMs. Nice to get all of those level 8s. So if we get this amber, I guess we'll switch over to the medium shot. Exact same setup. .1, 0.2, 5.5 is going to be 3.6. And we drop it back to back from that wind angle. So that wind angle is pretty solid. All right, let's get over to the medium. Now that we have shots left over. So it's always nice when you've got one that's fairly easy to close out, because you can really build up your berserkers. So completely closed out. So let's take a look at what he says to do here. So ball guide directly at the hole, bottom of the yellow at the start of the fringe. Pre-spin. So let's get some kingmakers, because you can always use kingmakers. I like this hole in Tour 1. I'll get the grizzly out and dunk it with a basic ball. It's a 1.2 to 1 adjustment for the dunk, and it'll go in almost every time. Alright, so there's our spot. We're going to go 4 back, no side. 3.3 is going to be 2.2. Hit the fringe. Nice roll up. Get the amber, or whatever it's called in medium. Fire chest. I got some cats out of it. Not bad. The kingmakers, which will help me for making the guides. And we got one last shot. And from this angle, 4 back, 0.2 left. And 4.9 is going to be 3.2. Gets a good hop off of that. Well, can't complain about that $5 purchase. Cleared out all the hard and the top 2 on the medium. I'm pretty sure that's a $5 investment that's pretty well spent. More cats and more kingmakers. Thanks for the BAMs. Alright, let's switch accounts. Yeah, very well worth $5 for all of the balls that I got. Hey Earl, how you doing? Alright, let's see what I have ball-wise here. 13 Berserkers. So let's see if I get the hole-in-one. I don't need to buy any, because 24 will be more than enough for the next tournament. Let's switch back over to the hard. So that looks like a cross, maybe a slight tail. So max back, 0.5 left. $5.8 is going to be 3.8. It is a slight tail, so I'll just underpower it a tad. And we got the glitch roll, so we're gonna have to buy some. I might as well buy all 5. Check Pin Seekers. I'm not sure if they do pro for the 9-hole. Also check David Pendleton. He tends to do pro content. Alright, so we got the tail straight, max back, 7.5 is going to be 4.9. And Rock said if you're doing the underpower, it's up to the top of the ring. I'll just do the push on this. So if you have trouble setting up speed, then, you know, no time to do the push back with the ring. Rock said it worked really good to do up to the top of the circle under power. Thanks for the BAMs. Instant Royales. Oh, sure enough, I got a message. Thanks for the BAMs, everyone. On to the next one. Try to close this out. 7.6. So So max back, 0.1 left. .6 is going to be 5 rings, pulling from red to the blue. Push up 1. Speed roll again. It must be hitting either a little high on the slope or a little low on the slope. And since I can't replay it, I can't see what it's doing when it speed rolls like that. So 5.5 is going to be 3.6. Got the amber, so that leaves us just the 3 easier rings. We'll have plenty of berserkers now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Could have been the way I pushed up. I can try Rock's break, circle break, and see how that plays. 7.3 is going to be 4.6. Nice roll there. Hey, Will. Going pretty good. Just doing some golden shots. Getting close to maxing that grizzly. That'll be nice for this account. One less club that I have to worry about memorizing the differences. So we got a headwind this time. So 4.1 back, 0.2 right. Remember, the side spin goes always counter. .2 is going to be 4.1. Now that last one, Vivek, was probably just a hair, because I'm the worst at measuring 0.6. 0.1, 0.2, 0.8, 0.9, I have no trouble. But that 0.4 and 0.6, I struggle with. If I had a tad more time, I would always use the green ring and just pull close or just past the green ring. Thanks for the BAM. Alright, we got one last one. The easiest ring. So 4.1 back, 0.2 left. .8 is going to be 3.8. Thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to load up on the Zerks. Another hole-in-one. So we got 3 hole-in-ones out of the 5 shots. 2 glitch rolls. So if you really need them, this is a solid golden shot to load up on them. Like I said, I generally prefer to have at least 18 going into a tournament. Nordic Fjord is not a Berserker heavy tournament, so you don't really need as many for the Nordic Fjord. I believe. I'm trying to think if that's all my accounts or not. I know it's not the youngest account, but that account has over 200 Zerks, so it doesn't need Zerks. Alright, Vivek. Have a great rest of your day. Don't put in too many hours. Those 14-hour days got to be rough. Alright, catch you later. Alright, let's see who I have left. I know I've run all 3 of my mains. And I've run the 2 babies. So I'll run the youngest account, because I haven't done it yet. In fact, I haven't even played this account in weeks. Just building clubs, letting it sit and collect chests. I can see that, Vivek. Anytime you put in time like that, your body just breaks down. Alright, and let's see. There's that account loaded. And I'll look through the rest of my accounts and see if there's anyone else. Alright, that's all of them. So we'll play the golden shot on the youngest account. And then I'll play a little T11. And then my kid has a meeting he has to get to. And I'll hop off after that. So you can see this count has plenty of Zerks. And you can also see that I don't play it very much. I need to take it up to Expert because it's probably better than the account that I've been running in Expert. So we've got Headwind from the northwest, 4.1 back, 0.2 left. .1 back, 0.2 left. Eight wind, 5.2. So we get a little bit of max wind here. Just a little under adjusted, but still amber. Plenty of Zerks for this account. Some Grim Reapers. An upgrade to our Houdini. And we open the Amazon. It would have been nice to see APOC there. This account needs APOC. Alright, so let's switch over to our other account. Close out the golden shot stuff. Pull up my T11. So that way I can make my notes. Hey Rodrigo, thanks for the good luck. So I'm using T-Dog's, Tony Richardson's notes for the shootouts, and off to the right I'm making notes, you know, just for my results, so that way I can kind of have a breakdown of what I need to change or how I played. Of course, by the time I really get some differences down, they'll probably change the courses. Good old fun Sequoia. I don't think that's enough tail for the send it. Now this has to be one of the lower winds I've gotten today. So I would expect whatever ball for the mini is going to be a wind ball. I didn't curl that enough. Grate didn't help. I wanted to hit that rough and roll out there for Max Thorn. Interesting. Oh, okay, that's a good switch. Couldn't imagine using a rocket on this drive. Yeah, too bad I didn't have that thorn, because that would have been a nice wind for it. Very uneven landing spot here. But we're just trying to get to the shootout, so that way we can take our notes. And I have to give props to the animators that not only come up with the concepts of these balls, but design them and program them, because they're often very beautifully done. Okay, so we gotta have a max plus 20, more than likely. So we'll start there. It is a tailwind, so max plus 20. Let's go up to the notes so you guys can see it. So we're gonna be set up at absolute max of club, and we're gonna slide to the right until the ball guide changes to that flat ball guide. All right, Earl. Take care. And then once we find that spot, we're going to set our spins. And for this wind, we're going to go 0.5 back to left with an inner wall left curl. I'm actually been using a little bit more backspin. So I'm going to use, depending on how high the wind is, 0.6 or 0.7. So we have 15, so I'm going to use 0.7. So you notice how the ball guide changes right there. So there's our two left. 0.7 back. 15 is going to be 18.4. So I'm going to do my 8.4 first. And then my 10, because it's easier to pull the 10. And then our inner wall left curl. I did something wrong there. Because that went way long. Let me go back and watch that. Because the best way to find out what you did wrong is by reviewing your replays. So max plus 20 on 15 should be 18.4. Set up max, go to my spot, set my proper spins. Hey Heather, thanks for the good luck. There's my 8.4. And my 10. I'm not overpowered. I have no clue what happened there. I've never even landed close to that bunker. I must have had a 1159 pool. But that still landed about 7 rings longer than it should have. And based off of that replay, I was set up a half a ring or a quarter ring short. Maybe adjusted uphill. Could have pulled me short rings adjusting uphill. Could have pushed. Thanks for the good luck, McDilson. So I need to make that note. The shootout guide can be found in a number of places. You can find it on Tony Richardson's YouTube page. You can find it on the Facebook page of Golf Clash Elite or Ball Breakers Clan. And if you can't find it, you can send me an email. My email address is listed in my community page about me, and I'll email you this. It'll be this version of it. The reason it has someone else's name on it is because that's who I emailed it to first. I'm gonna try sending it. Worst case, I have a rough. Thanks for the good luck. And Blythe, I don't want to try to mess up the first name too much, but thanks for the good luck as well. So we're going to be more than likely Minthorn or Wedge. I think it's 15%. Hey Jackie, I missed yours. Thanks for the good luck. Alright, so let's see where we're at here. So there's Thorn, there's Minthorn. We would need room to adjust. So at least 3.8 rings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push up 4 rings, which will be 4% club. And then I'm going to adjust 4 rings. Hitting great doesn't help. Wow, thanks a lot, Jackie. It's amazing. Everyone, please give Jackie some love in the chat. It's people like Jackie that donate that help a lot of streamers out. Alright, so now we're going to go into our shootout here. Always readjust to the middle, so that way I can spin to what I need really quick. Alright, so we're at a Wiseacre. I believe this one is 20%. We have a headwind, so we're looking at max plus 20%. And what is our win? 12.6. 7.2 back, 1.5 right. And 10.8. That doesn't seem right, but I'll try it. No curl. Okay, really good turnout. It's 1.32. So this was in northwestern wind. And then I'm going to note that I didn't properly set up. So, Eaglecot and all of the Eagles that are on most of my account started as an inside joke in our clan. The clan president, who I started the Ballbreakers clan with, wrote a book called Lickle Eagle, and it's a children's book about hedgehogs and protecting hedgehogs because they were having, issues with hedgehogs over in London. And so his first alt account was called Lickle Eagle, and then I created Eagle 2, and then he created Eagle 3, and then I did Eagle TOO, Eagle 2, and then we started going back and forth. And it was just kind of a joke. You need to name your alts. So Eaglecot means hedgehog. And so if you look here, there's Eagle 2, Eaglecot. Most of them are in the other clan. There's the other Eagle 2. Yeah, most of them are in the other clan. So it was all just kind of a inside joke between us, because until this clan got into Master 3, it was just the two of us and our alts. And it's gotten to the point now, like the last couple that we created, we didn't tell each other we created them, and we used a foreign language name for hedgehog. Like he used Harrison, and he played as if he was a new player, just kind of tricking each other. And then I created one called Rikio and did the same thing back. tough wind for this hole. Having that kind of headwind on the drive. It's going to put us short. I don't have cat in my bag. Right. Igokata is Swedish. And then Riccio was Italian. Harrison was French. I think we have one for German also, but I can't remember them all. But yeah, it all came off of him basing one off of his book, because he has another account based off of another book, and which is where the mascot for the clan and everything came from. Hopefully we get that second bounce. I just eyeballed that. Yeah. Just quick mental mathed it. Figured the second bounce would be rough. So it's because 14.5, as you saw me type in, is almost 18 rings. I always find it odd when we play this game, when you have such a hard, like, headwind, and then turn around the very next shot as a tailwind. Like the wind flipped to 180. So I currently live in Louisville, Kentucky, and from Cincinnati, Ohio original. So most of my family is in Cincinnati. I don't have any family in Louisville. I moved here for my job. Very nice shot by our opponent. We get to go to the shootout. So we do get to take some more notes. Alright, so same hole. Figures. We got a headwind this time, so that should be second bounce. It's right there, middle of this, and that's going to be 6 back, 0.2 left. And 8.3 is going to be 6.2 with 1 ring of OP. And no curl. That was close. Almost didn't get that off. Not too bad. I might have had a little more than 1 ring OP, and I was probably set up a little far right. I know I was set up a little short. Alright, so that was northeastern wind. And I forgot how far I was set up. So once we see the results here, .47, just enough to lose. About 0.3. Yeah, every time I go into a tour, I start doing this until I get comfortable enough to know exactly what I want to do each time. So I had been living in Tour 10 forever, and I thought it was time for a change. So all of these accounts, I'm just going to start playing Tour 11. It'll also help me as far as Tour 11 for maintaining promotions without having to play a lot of games. Because I don't do a lot of tour play. So this next shot, I believe, plays at 10%. Usually it's about mid-club, which means I have more rings to count. So let's first type in our wind. I'm going to have a headwind, 12.5. Alright, so here's min. I'm going to start with one back, one left, half left. And we're going to count until we're through the cut. So that's 10. You notice a little bit of a glitch. So we want to make sure we're through that glitch. I'm going to add 14 rings. I'm going to do 2 back. So that's 14%. At 12.5, it's going to be 4.5. Normally I pull across center, but with 4.5, I'm just going to pull there. Again, I hit great left. But we had a good speed. It might have been more 15%. Yeah. Because perfect wouldn't have dropped that. It would have been right on the edge. So 15% on that shot. So let's go to our shootout. Get ready to take our notes. All right, so we have a tailwind, which is going to put us on this side of it, and max plus 10%, 13.3. I believe that's our spot. And then 3.1 back, 1.5 right. 15 rings. Not sure if I have 15 rings. Oh, I do. That wasn't exactly inner wall, right curl, but we'll see how we come in. So inner wall would have made us closer. So I can note that. Southwestern wind. I'll have to wait till our opponent finishes shooting to know what my distance was. Now he's a little more than inner wall, but using the same shot. I didn't see what his spin was, but it looks like he came up pretty center and short. So I was 1.51. Had I used more curl, might have dropped, but definitely would have been under one. Under one, it's going to give you a good chance at winning that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the new year.
Go get your computer. Bring it in here. Alright, so this will be the last hole I play. My kid has a Zoom meeting I got to get him on and get his work going. Alright, so this is usually 10%. Luckily we have a tailwind, slight tailwind. I should be able to reach across with a Titan, because I'll have in the 13 winds. And I'll push the max after adjusting. And it'll be max overpower, one ball right curl. Try to hit perfect, because good is going to be rough. Great, risk it. Hopefully we should be down near our opponent's area. So 13.9. Aiming for the center here. We're going to do 10.9, and then we're going to push up. Max overpower, one ball curl, and we hit good. So that's not good. My tablet stand shifted on me. Oh, we got lucky. There we go. Little luck always helps. So our next shot, I believe, is going to be 40%. It's usually between 40 and 50, depending on where you're landing. If you have Goliath in and you're a little longer, you can do the rough bump. Or if you're a little shorter, you can do it with the sniper. If this was a headwind, I'd probably be doing it with the sniper at plus 45%. If you ever get in trouble, go through to the rough, there's a funnel on the back side of this hole. Yeah, we don't have enough room to adjust for that. So I'm going to see if I can hit this funnel here. So 13.2. We got 40% in, and I'm about 40% club. So I'm going to do 16.5 rings. I can't hit perfect on approach shots today. But we caught the funnel. So there is that funnel there. That's the same funnel you'll hit from the back of the green. And that's a good one to end it on. Thanks for the boom, Heather. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Get my kid into his class. Thank you all for hanging out. Hopefully you learned something, or learned what not to do. Have a good rest of your day.